Workers digging a lake at the front of the west area of the Kizil Caves discovered a strange piece of pottery on November the 4th, 1999. This is a round red pottery article. It's 6.9 by 21.5 by 4.5 centimeters and depicts a phallus in the mouth of what appears to be a dragon's head with buck teeth. Researchers quickly concluded that it was a phallic symbol used for genital worship in ancient times. Many similar relics have been found around the world, especially in the Xinjiang region. In Hutubi County, rock carvings have been found depicting strong men with massive genitals engaged in sex. A wooden phallus was buried with every woman at the Little River burial site in Lop Neur. The poles marking the graves of males are paddle-shaped, and those before the graves of females have an egg shape at the top. The poles symbolize male and female genitalia. Genital worship, totem worship, animal worship, and nature worship are all early forms of religion. Genital worship represents ancient people's desire for children. But the discovery confused researchers. If it is a symbol of phallus worship, why was it found in a Buddhist shrine? The unearthed relics indicate the existence of a temple or workshop here in ancient times. It naturally goes against conventional wisdom. Earlier inhabitants of Kucha believed in Hinayana, which forbids sex and promotes asceticism. It says sexuality leads to pain and greed. The first rule is to remain celibate. The discovery puzzled researchers, but also opened the door to their imaginations. Most rock paintings at Kizil Caves depict tales about Buddha being virtuous and his constant preaching about an ethical life. The unique diamond lattice dividing scenes made the cave walls an ocean of stories. The paintings contain many phallic images. The flying apsaras, bodhisattvas, dancing girls and concubines all show some degree of nudity. Why are there so many nude female figures in the Kizil caves, but not in other Buddhist grottos such as the Morgao caves in Dunhuang? It seems to have something to do with this particular article. Scholar Su Beihai believes the nudity in the paintings is related to ancient genital worship in the region. His views may explain why a phallic symbol was discovered here. But other experts quickly expressed their doubts at that theory. Some experts suggest the explanation should be related to Buddhism, since the works were influenced by the art of Indian and Gandhara Buddhism. Many of the erotic figures are actually supposed to warn Buddhists against greed and desire. Many nudes in the paintings are for meditation purposes. One painting in cave number 67 depicts Buddha Bhikkhu sitting under a tree. On his right are 4 nobles and a topless woman with a skull for a face. Asubha meditation requires imagining the heads of nude women as skulls to combat greed and desire. This shows that the nudes are Buddhist themes and unrelated to any genital worship. So researchers quickly turned their attention to the dragon's head with the penis in its mouth, which is unlike symbols of genital worship from other areas. The dragon is a mythical Chinese animal with the body of a snake, claws of a phoenix, antlers of a deer, scales of a fish, and whiskers of a tiger. Many dragon-related relics have been unearthed in China. One, unearthed at the Chahai village ruins in Liaoning, dates back about 8,000 years. The dragon has been a symbol of nobility in China for thousands of years. Dragon legends also exist overseas, but foreign dragons have different features and connotations from the Chinese dragon.
印度的佛经里头把它叫纳卡，印度是拿蛇来表示，就比这个他那个塑像里头也是，这个人头上有几个龙头，就有几个那个蛇头啊，这就代表是纳卡，就龙王，咱们翻成龙王了嘛。
Dragon images have also been found among relics unearthed at Kucha. The royal family of Kucha saw the dragon as their ancestor. This object possibly belonged to Kucha's royal family and represents male fertility. According to ancient records, the king of Kucha built a Buddhist temple somewhere for his brother. If it were to be found where the phallic symbol was unearthed, this would explain everything. But there was a major flaw in this theory. Scholars discovered that it's not actually a dragon. The ears suggest it's some other animal. And possibly represents an erotic figure from Kalachakra Buddhism. Kalachakra was a late esoteric Buddhist sect in India that evolved from the Anuttara Yoga. Followers of Kalachakra believed sex is a form of religious practice rather than for reproduction. The German adventurer Albert Grunwedel wrote in a book that he found Tibetan writing on the wall paintings describing the war between Orthodox Buddhism and Kalachakra. According to the writing, when followers of Kalachakra occupied the caves in Kucha, they produced massive paintings of Kalachakra which were destroyed and replaced by tales of Sakyamuni when the sect was ousted. If this story is true, it could be linked to Kalachakra Buddhism. There were 20 so-called cults in ancient India. One, called the Naked Heresy, encouraged nudity and was otherwise similar to Buddhism. A blue-skinned nude man in a painting in cave number 198 undoubtedly belonged to such a cult. The figure in the Nirvana-related paintings and the ring in the penis of the male figures imply asceticism and show that the heretics later converted to conventional Buddhism. This shows that such cults reached the Kucha area. It seems that the Tibetan writing discovered by Grunwedel is correct. Followers of Kalachakra could really have come to the Kizil caves. French adventurer Paul Pelliot discovered a plate with a phallus drawing in January 1907. A Buddhist swastika was found on another plate. Further research has shown that the site consisted of a Buddhist temple and a government building. Both the plates and the phallic symbol were likely influenced by Kalachakra. But both the Naked Heresy and Kalachakra are incompatible with Hinayana. So their presence in the Kizil caves is a mystery. There are many soldiers in the painting in cave number 93. They are armed with bows and arrows, ride on horses and carry spears and flags. The Tubo ruled Tibet between the 7th and 9th centuries AD. The Tubo people occupied Kucha several times when the Tang dynasty was weak. The illustrations indicate the Tubo army controlling the Kizil caves after taking Kucha. It seems that troops that believed in Kalachakra may have brought the religion to Kucha. There was still a problem with this hypothesis. Kalachakra didn't develop until after the 10th century, by which time Kucha was no longer under Tubo's control. So the sect couldn't have arrived in Kizil in this way. Researchers have still not come up with an entirely satisfactory hypothesis. The archaeologist Ge Chungyong believes that there is actually no connection between the phallic symbol and Buddhism.
科尔师部前出来的这个陶祖呢，我把它定名为呢，叫做男根魔貌。哎，这个男根呢，指的是这个男性的这种陶祖，而魔貌呢，讲的它是魔鬼的这个形状，哎，魔鬼的面貌。这个在这个摩尼教的这个教义里边呢，在摩尼教的这个经书里边呢，有很长的一个记载。
Manichaeism was founded by a Persian named Mani in the 3rd century AD. In the Tang dynasty, Manichaeism, Nestorian and Zoroastrianism were known as the three foreign religions. Lop Nur was inhabited by Manichaeans during the Tang dynasty. In the mid-9th century, they founded the Gaochang kingdom with Manichaeism as its state religion. The religion then constantly expanded in Xinjiang. A German expedition discovered the ruins of Manichaean churches and temples in Turpan in the early 20th century. They also discovered Manichaean murals and paintings on hemp paper, as well as hundreds of Manichaean documents. But no Manichaean relics have ever been unearthed in Kizil or Kucha.
在秋瓷呢，摩尼教的这个赞美司机这个文书里边，还记载了，有很多官员，那么有回鹘的上层，包括有公主，哎、等等这些人，作为摩尼教听众，他的名字呢都被遗存下来了，哎，所以这样的一个文书呢，非常珍贵的记载了这个摩尼教呢在秋瓷流传的过程，而且在秋瓷呢有听众有信徒。
The Manichaeans divided the world into the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. The demon of darkness encouraged the demons and the ancestors of the human race to freely mate. Ge believes the phallic symbol to be Manichaean in origin. It most likely refers to Lingam, a representation of the Hindu deity Shiva, or a representation of Buddhist demon sculptures illustrating Manichaean principles.
陶组呢，它是由这个骨、筋、皮、脉，哎，这几种呢所组成的，哎，而它的这些组成呢，包括就是我们讲它的这个魔王的形象，魔牙它是一圈儿，哎，围绕着这个陶组，而它在它的这个陶组的这个背后呢，又是它的筋脉呢被延续下来，这呢恰恰和这个摩尼教呢里边讲的这个贪魔暗魔形象是吻合的，是完全吻合的。
The whole object consists of tendons and veins. It symbolizes the demon. There's a row of teeth on one side as well as tendons. It's actually a symbol of the demon of greed. But if it was really Manichaean, it shouldn't have been found in the Buddhist Kizil caves. The only possibility is that there was a mixing of the two religions.
摩尼教呢，它在进入这个中亚地区，一直到中原地区以后，它不断的呢向佛教靠近，对，因为它这个在和佛教的这个斗争过程中呢，为了适应，为了生存，所以把佛教的东西和摩尼教的东西呢混合在一起，哎，搞不清楚这是摩尼教的还是佛教的。
Archaeological discoveries show that the royal family of Gaochang funded the expansion of the Berze-Klik Thousand Buddha caves. Buddhism and Manichaeism seem to have peacefully coexisted. This explains the discovery of an erotic Manichaean relic in the Kizil caves. Then they were involved in a long war with the neighboring Tubo around 900 AD. It led to conflict between Manichaeism and Tibetan Buddhism.
吐蕃占领龟兹以后，摩尼教呢完全有可能和正统的这个佛教呢，哎，大乘佛教他们联合起来对抗这种吐蕃的这个佛教。
This would explain why a phallic symbol was found in the Kizil caves. But there is not enough evidence to conclude that this object was a Manichaean erotic symbol. Experts at the Xinjiang Kucha Research Institute, where the relic is being kept, are still debating its origin. Many believe it to be a Kalachakra erotic symbol. Whatever the conclusion, one thing that we can be sure of is that this mysterious artifact was an important part of. A Japanese expedition discovered a small Buddhist box in 1903 at the Subash ruins. But it took 54 years to solve the mystery of the box. The box finally revealed clues about Kucha dance. Tune in for Part 6, 1,000 Years of Music.